the new game plan. We were just gonna, you know, start putting everything back together, but instead, let's just make a bigger mess, right?
Well, the new game plan.
That's nice. I like that.
What? Oh, what happened here?
It's a great place to store your sledgehammer.
Oh man, now I gotta rip all this out.
Yeah. Oh, we're wondering why we do this to ourselves. So,
First off, does anyone know where we're at right now?
yeah.
We're sitting at Dawn's desk.
Yeah.
Her back is to her computer right now.
So last week, 2 weeks ago, we made the project smaller by saying we're not going to do open railing. This project's getting too big. We just need to get it wound up. And then we got into it, and so what we want to show you today is Tom got the chimney out from the upper level and this level, this main level here too. The kids were very helpful, which was kind of fun. But then we were trying to decide what to do with this archway over my office, and we opened a whole can of worms. So let's back up a couple days and we'll show you the process of removing the chimney. All right, we are getting the chimney taken out project started. It is behind this wall, right? So Tom's at the top of the
What's behind that
staircase right now.
Right there.
So you have
What's
to.
behind here? Any
The
guesses?
chimney.
Should we see if this wall comes down as easy as that post in the basement?
Whoa! Oh goodness, that did come down really easy.
Chimney.
There's the chimney.
And it ends right up there.
Well, we got electrical here, but I'm pretty confident this is all dead because I've cut it out.
Oh, okay.
It's just dead wires.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this is why. So this goes right up into the attic and there's no insulation anywhere. That's why I wanted to just do this all in one shot.
Sure, so we can get it closed back up again and
Yep.
not lose heat.
Well, luckily they did an excellent job framing up this wall.
And
It's pieced together 2 by 4.
that's why
So
this
it's cute.
goes there.
I do appreciate how resourceful they were. And the whole reason, we could have left that section of chimney there, but that had to come down in order to remove it on the main level.
Yeah,
there.
it was behind the wall, but no, we had to drop the chimney up above so we could get it out of the main level, yeah.
And then the kids were like, well, why do you want to get rid of the chimney anyways on the main level? And so,
Like a lot of you asked.
and it was like, well, because we got like this much square footage back.
We got 1 square foot back.
When your house is only like under 1,500 square feet, every
Well,
square
okay.
foot.
So what does a new house cost to build? $150, $200 a square foot? We just gained like, I'm gonna call it $200 of the value.
Yeah. So basically, it just kind of stuck into the room. It was made the corner awkward.
Yeah, it just didn't need to be there.
Yeah, so that's why we wanted to get rid of it. But also the floor was sagging around it too. And so Tom is gonna jack that up a little bit. So I think it'll be a little bit easier not having the chimney there.
Nah,
Makes no
it won't
difference.
make no difference.
Okay, so it was really just a gain of 1.5 back. But the kids were really excited about it and they were super helpful. So we just like created a chain of them.
I mean, granted they did get to throw bricks out of a 2nd story window. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah. What I wasn't expecting was their hands to get all dirty. I was like, oh
yeah, no
duh, this was a working chimney. Obviously the whole like middle of it was full of soot and stuff. So they were very proud of that. So I don't know, how long did it take? Like hour and a half
To do upstairs or all
yeah,
of it?
the upstairs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think the upstairs took longer than the downstairs.
You were a little carefuler with the upstairs and you didn't have the
Well,
right tools right away.
No, and actually for the upstairs, the other difference is I couldn't actually swing a sledgehammer upstairs. Down here I could swing with full swing. Like there were walls to hit with
Yeah.
the backside.
All right, so you got it down to the next level. What's your next step?
I gotta pull this out. And then
So you can frame it flush.
frame up the wall here and insulate it, and then
Man, now it's like, what chimney, right? 5 hours later, who knew there was a chimney there?
yeah, I think 5 hours later you didn't know there was a chimney here, or earlier you didn't know there was a chimney here either. Though.
Yeah, that's kind of true. And we decided just to go out the window with the bricks instead of trying to like bang them down the steps out the door. So
yeah, now I can get the skid loader over there with a bucket, fill it up, and then get rid of them that
so
way.
the kids will get to handle them again and load them into the skid loader. But you know how it is, like everyone's home right now, we're like, they need to wear off energy, so that was a great workout. Tom got his workout.
They need to learn work ethic.
Yeah. So then we got to the lower level, and then you could really swing the sledgehammer, take out some big chunks.
Those are gonna do some more damage. Maybe we should put some off this.
All right, thinking maybe we should protect the floor a little bit more, huh?
Maybe a little bit.
All right, stand back, guys.
This might not go well.
Get that little bit.
Once it gets lower, it won't be so bad.
Right. Again, they were just throwing them out the window in the TV room, then adding to the pile. There's a pretty good sized pile.
That's a good pile of brick, which I just cleaned up the pile that was over there.
Yeah, so that'll, when the lawn's nice and dry, we'll get that cleaned up. How's that for a workout?
I haven't sweat like this in a long time.
Big heavy duty job.
We just gained like a square foot.
Yeah, it feels so much bigger in here.
Our house is so big.
But yeah, that probably took like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe, to get that section out. You got some big chunks out there too, and yeah, really good workout for the day. So we got the chimney out, and if you remember way back when we started this project, we debated whether we should pull the plaster out of this whole area, because when we remove the plaster from our house, it allows us to re-insulate, because the insulation is from 1940, so we just
not
have better,
super great.
better products now. Tom can also rewire then when we pull it.
Because the coating comes right off all this old wire. It's super brittle, and it's a fire hazard, essentially what it is. So.
And we'd also been putting in new windows, so they had been all destroyed on the windows. So we were going back and forth, ultimately decided we're not gonna take out the plaster because we just don't have that much energy to put into it. So then, like yesterday, we were talking about this archway over my desk. So we just kept, it's like, where's that line? Like, where do you stop? We could have just started putting everything back together, but...
So here's the deal. We were gonna cut, I know a lot of people like the arch. I hate it.
I like it, Tom doesn't like it.
I don't like it. So we were gonna cut the arch, just square it up, open up the ceiling a little more. And we were gonna try and just do those areas only, but it just started to seem like, you know what?
That's gonna be impossible.
This and this, like, let's just rip it all out and just be done with all of it.
And this area that I'm standing in needs to be re-insulated, so we felt like we would regret it if we left this and just didn't take this extra step to get it done.
If we finished everything else and then left this old, I think we would regret it, because I feel like myself definitely would always be like, oh, I really feel like we should open those walls up and re-insulate it. So we're gonna do that.
I'm like, I just don't see this going well trying to just remove the archway. So I was like, maybe we should just remove all of the plaster. And then you said,
Game on.
You said that's what I was thinking. So I was glad that you had been thinking that already. It wasn't just me being like, hey, I know, let's create a ton more work for Tom.
And better yet, on our small main level, let's block off about a third of the very middle of it.
While everybody's home.
When everyone's home. And it's gonna rain for the next few days.
So the logical thing was to wait until the girls were doing piano lessons on Zoom with their piano teacher and to start banging away. So, what did they tell their teacher? I can't remember.
Daddy's destroying
the house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, true fact. Your arm's getting tired.
This is a bad idea.
There's no turning back now.
Well, look though, see, it's no header. The header is above here. These are all just.
Oh, so we could open it up.
This is just filler junk, nothing.
Yeah. So Tom started taking down all the plaster in this area. I do appreciate that you did put up plastic first. Thank you.
I knew this was going to be the biggest mess we've created yet.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have to agree that this is gonna look way better opened up to the ceiling.
Good.
I wasn't necessarily seeing it before, but I totally agree that that's gonna look. It already
Way
feels
better. So much bigger.
so much bigger in here, like so much more open, and wow, that's awesome. So you're just working to get all the plaster down, all the laths down, and we do have to get a little more. We thought we had all the materials we needed now for this project, but
well, we actually did, but then since we weren't going to be doing this, I took all the insulation back.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go rebuy what I just took back.
But looking at the insulation in here, it is good that we are going to get it re-insulated. I'm glad.
Oh yeah, that wall. I mean, it's the paper stuff, but
it's especially thin for some reason.
It's not even a half-inch thick on that wall.
Yeah. On the west side of our house where it gets a lot of wind.
Where every winter you can feel a breeze from that side, and we thought by putting a new window in that was going to solve it all.
And it did help quite a bit.
It helped, but
yeah, it's
but
still
now
kinda
we
cool.
see that everything around the window is no insulation.
Yeah. So it will be good. This is one of the last sections of our house that still has the old wiring in it, so it'll be good.
And the TV room and our bedroom are the only things left.
Yeah, and then maybe next winter we'll take out the plaster in those two rooms, or maybe we never will. I don't know. I have to let Tom rest more before I come up with these ideas, sorry.
I'm really tired right now.
Yeah, so the project got bigger now, but I thought it was really funny, the comments from our video last week when we were cleaning out our storage trailer. Well, people are like, wow, Tom will do anything to avoid that stairway project. He'll even clean out a storage thing they've had for 5 years.
Well, I've cleaned a lot of other things out you guys don't know about yet.
Yeah, he's been cleaning the shed and yeah, so it's pretty funny. So yes,
I cleaned the yard, I cleaned the shed, I cleaned the barn.
Which is great, but so yeah, it was pretty funny though. But this is, you've been doing a ton of work on this now, so I do appreciate that. So it's looking really good. It's coming back together. So our hope is in the next couple days. Well, so Tom committed to me that if we did this, that by the end of the weekend, it would be insulated and sheetrocked again. So.
Yeah, did you guys hear that?
So, if you follow us...
I didn't realize what day of the week it was when I said that.
If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, I will give an update on Sunday
on
evening.
success or failure.
And let you know how that's going.
And then she'll give a picture of me passed out somewhere in the house on the floor, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Wherever I dropped.
Yep, so we'll let you know if that actually happens or not. So.
Let's end this so I can get back
yeah, I know,
to work,
right?
then.
Okay, tell us to get back to work. But I know a lot of you have old houses or grew up in old houses, so you know how these projects go and how this happens. But I'd love to know. So I feel like we're finally settling in with all of us, you know, safe at home. And I feel like the end of this week, we've finally like started to like find our groove. My goodness, getting the kids logged into all of their school stuff, like 3 different kids, and they all have like 3 different programs each. They have to, oh my goodness, that has been...
And we have to split computers, so it's like, okay, your turn, then your turn.
Yeah, it's been something else. And so I feel like we're finally finding our like groove with that. The weather's been pretty nice this week, so the kids could be outside playing, which I'm like, playing outside counts for like math or reading, like I don't know, like just check.
I did ask Adeline this morning. She said she was almost done with all of her school for the week, or for the day. I said, so
Yeah.
are you liking this? She's like, yeah, I really like it a lot.
Yeah, it's actually making our transition to homeschooling next year like actually pretty easy,
A lot
I think.
easier.
So anyway, so that's good. We'd love to know, are you getting settled in at home? Are things starting to feel a little bit more normal? We hope so. Are you getting projects done? I don't know. I think we're like, if not now, when? Like if we don't do these projects now, when will they ever get done? So that's kind of been the thought that's been going through my head. So love to know. Let us know down below how things are going at your house. But we love you. We hope you're doing well. And we will visit with you again soon.
Bye-bye.